So welcome to the session for OOPS laboratory. So already for the first question, I have given you sufficient explanations how to carry forward. Do not restrict yourself to use all the OOPS concepts. Okay. So wherever you could able to move forward uh, proficiently that you could able to use, kindly use this. Right. So see the second exercise. General ideology behind this one is converter. Okay, converter. So you can create a converter interface. Only the logic is going to vary. Okay, only the logic is going to vary. Where does the logic get to vary? During the computation process, the process of substitution of corresponding countries variation. Okay, so here they have given dollar to INR, euro to INR, yen to INR. So by defining the interface, you could able to move for changing that factor value, that what you are going to multiply. Okay, as well as the reverse, what you are going to divide. Okay, so that is the main case. When you are coming for a distance converter, the same thing. You are going to work with only two parameters: meter to kilometer, miles to kilometer. What would be the conversion factor that you could able to identify? Time converter as well as. So what we are going to proceed. So converter is the general interface here. Okay, converter is the general interface. So what are all the parameters to be passed depending upon the application that I am going to choose. Either I am going to go for a currency conversion or a distance conversion or time conversion. Only these three things are going to vary here. Okay, but the general interface is conversion. That could be your method. So within the method, you can write when you are going to take that method and you are going to call, you could able to customize that method depending upon your conversion logic. So likewise, you can take it forward. That is one approach, right? Otherwise, using simply function overloading, you could able to do this. Function overloading. I think function overloading you could able to remember based upon the parameters you could able to differ and carry it forward. No, I could not able to substitute any OOPS concepts. In that case, what you have to do, simple switch case is enough to solve this, right? So list out all the types of conversions. Again, you have a sub conversion, sub switch case you try to use. So if they are going to give that option, through that option, you could able to multiply or divide that corresponding value and get it back. Right? That could be a simple solution. The students could not be able to move or take forward for OOPS concept that they could able to do through simple switch case and functions. It's easy, moreover, right? So that's the case. Students who are working exemplarily try to use file programming. I suggest you in every program you try to incorporate starting from basic still the advanced one what you have learned. Okay, I even if you have if you have patience, try to do like this: get the input from the user, store it in a file. You have a program separately. The program will receive the data from the file, process it within the program. That means consider file.java. This is the program. This is the program one. Second program is logic.java. Okay. Next, file2.java. File.java consists of input. Logic.java consists of your corresponding logic what you need to perform. File2.java consists of output of the process. Likewise, you can equip yourself. Right? So that's the way to in a provisional way. I don't want to go that much of thing. I want to move for optimization. So try to rewrite your existing file.java itself. So that's also a way. if you are moving for code optimization. That's also, you can maintain some sort of database like environment in the file, and you could able to carry forward. That's also a interesting. See, this is the basic requirement you have to do. Next level of creativity you have to apply and do that. See, while you are going to take up your campus interview, face-to-face interview, you need something to talk about your innovations and creativity. In that case, how fun with the learn that what you have enjoyed in your laboratory, that must be exhibited. It would not be like your like a police parade, that tension you have to take it everything in this direction and you have to go like this. No, in the programming lab, the cloud is yours. You can do whatever the creativity that you could able to apply. And I will tell you, see, for all these things you will get programs on internet. But the thing is, does the program have creativity and innovation? Just think about that. For the sake of completion of work, you can copy everything and you could able to complete it. See, uh, for a student already who have the knowledge of Java, or already who had grasped well for them for solving this, how many exercises are there? I think we are having 11 exercises and one mini project. Already mini project we have launched it towards you, right? I know I have seen till now 3 to 4 projects. Students have completed their work also. So for such type of students, this could not be a matter of 2 hours or 3 hours if they sit continuously, or if they sit for 3 days, they could able to complete all these exercises. That is not the matter here. The thing is how innovation and creativity that you can put for this program. What are all the concepts we have studied till now, right? And I will tell you, students, this opportunity have not been given for previous batches because we will restrict themselves to move forward in a particular direction. But now you don't have anything to control. Sir, this is the way I have executed, and you could able to uh, uh, put your time in a more effective way, right? So how could I able to say I have conveyed you two different logics. Engineering is nothing but trying to find out many solutions for a single problem. Right? That could be the major thing that you have to think it about always. Try to find out as many number of solutions. See, for your program, could be able to give two different program solutions. Very good. No one is restricting you, right? Kindly don't do this as a task. Don't do this as a homework. Don't do this as an assignment. Don't do like that. Enjoy and do that. Put forth your utmost creativity. See, in the first program, you want to generate the bill. It has to look like as a bill. So what you can do formatting. Okay, how the output of the bill has to come, you can do formatting. Name has to come next to the consumer number has to come next to that, name has to come, month has to come. So total number of units consumed into the corresponding value, what could be the total value added with that, you could able to do something with that. For example, service charge, likewise you could able to do something with that. Okay, so all those things will end up with your complete creativity and innovation. So don't restrict yourself, put forth. I am expressing here my view. Likewise, you try to express your views in the program. Do not attempt. So I will be telling you the minimum boundary to do the program as well as the maximum boundary to do the program. The maximum boundary that you could decide. Don't do not depend on my words. See the third application. Third application, they are ready to work with the employee class, but do not override the corresponding basic requirements. The second program you could able to see they have used packages. You have to use packages, but incorporate your creativity using the basic requirements. Primarily, you have to do this using packages, right? Primarily, you have to do this using packages. The secondary level that you could able to do it with your own creativity and innovation. See that this is a program. Here they have not given you the restriction on innovation, but here you could able to see that. See that they have given inherited classes. So here you could able to substitute your inheritance. The concept of inheritance need to be used here, right? Because they have given different classes here. They have given the requirements very clearly, right? They have given the different requirements. Basic classes, employee class here. basic class is employee class here. So rest of them are if you come across programmer, assistant professor, associate professor, professor. So apart from that, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4 classes are there. Apart from employee class, you have 4 classes. So totally 5 classes are there. Computation is common. So what is the concept we can use here? Computation is common here. Okay. Computation is common here. So what you can use here? So here you have to perform some addition as well as some subtraction. DA, HRA, and basic pay. All those things are need to be added from the computed basic salary. 0.1 percentage of PF, staff club fund, and we could able to see 12 percentage. So up to this you have to add. Up to this you have to add. Okay, 97 percentage of BPS DA, 10 percentage of BPS HRA. Right, these things to be added, and these things to be subtracted. PF fund, club fund, these things to be subtracted from the basic salary. So how you will compute net salary? Net salary is equal to uh, you have to add, for example, 1 lakh is the basic salary. In the 1 lakh is the basic salary. 97 percentage could be your basic pay. Then component to be extracted. 10 percentage should be the basic pay. The component to be extracted from 1 lakh, and those things to be added. Right. The thing what I have blacked here has to be subtracted. So adding these components and subtracting these components from the corresponding basic pay will give you the net salary. Okay, so that's the way to do this. Here they have employed using inheritance. Right? So what are all the parameters you will inherit from the base class? These are all the parameters you will inherit from the base class. Employee number, employee address, mail ID, mobile number. Here you can incorporate your own numbers. What is the thing? They are talking about a PF. So PF number, why don't you add that? Okay, you can add that. So likewise, you can incorporate your own constraints also along with the basic requirements. You have to fulfill the contents what they have given in the exercise. Along with that, you have to complete your own compute your own contents also, right? So that will enhance your exercise. This is the exercise you are given. What is the modification you did on the exercise? That's the reason why while you are going to frame the solution itself, you try to incorporate with your own innovation and creativity on that. Right? So you could be able to use inheritance. You can create a file for this, right? Output of the contents has to be written in a proper file. So you could be able to say they have mentioned generate pay slips for employees. So how you will write? See, and I'll be telling you students for all the programs you have to write all the possible outputs. The second program, you have to write the input and output for totally how many conversions are there. Currency conversion you have 3 plus 3 6. Distance converter you have 2 plus 2 4. Time converter you have 2 plus 2 4. Okay, 2 plus 2 4. So totally 4 plus 4 plus 6. So 14 inputs and outputs need to be projected, as well as for the previous EB also, and for the current one that you have to generate the output for all the classes: programmer, assistant professor, associate professor, and professor. So you have to generate pay slips for all these 4 categories as an output. So while you are going to generate the pay slip, so try to generate in a printable format. Print writer is available, right? If you are going to give the stream, directly you could be able to print it. Okay, so you can feed the basic salary in the file, right? So likewise, say I'll be telling you maximum bound first. Finally, I'll tell you the minimum bound, right? You can feed the basic salary of the corresponding designations in the file. Okay, so these percentages are going to be vary for all the classes. So that can be headed as an input, or you could able to give these values inside the file. That's also a very good content. The thing is, uh, give the basic pay and corresponding DA percentages can be given in the file. The percentages of components can be given in the file. From the file, it will take the data and it will process and it will generate the output. Right. So the generated output will be a pay slip. Okay. For which class you want to generate, programmer or assistant professor or associate professor or professor. You can ask them the choice, which category that I want to generate. So by that you could be able to create. Otherwise, you can create a data set using the employee class. Try to get input. There you could be able to add your two things. What I have conveyed, PF number, right? Along with that, you add one more member called designation, right? That you could be able to add. By adding designation, what you could be able to do, you create a database of some 10 faculty members, right? So five of them, two of them programmers, likewise two of them assistant professors, two of them associate professors, two of them professors. So this data is available in your file. No need to get input from the user. Or if you get the input from the user, then store it in the file. From the file, you take the data, calculate your logic, and try to print the payslip. Likewise, you could be able to do that. That's a professional way of doing the program. Um, See, while you are going to talk in the campus interview, sir, this is the basic exercise given in our laboratory. What I did is I have put forth my innovation and creativity, the simple exercise that I have elaborated in this way, along with the basic requirements, without compromising the basic requirements. I have enhanced the application in this way. Once you are going to talk like this, they will uh, they will they will refer you like anything, right? So that's the basic idea. See, this is the input given by your seniors. Based upon your seniors, their experience in the campus interviews only, I am conveying you to this, right? They have conveyed, sir, these are all the places where we have the ground for scope, right? Where students can play on their own. So do not restrict themselves. Put it forward. See, normally the only 12 exercises are there, right? So if you go across and take the students, the whole lab students, that if they, at least they will go for some minimum 100 exercises they will do, starting from a basic exercise. Okay. So, but now due to the pandemic period, I don't want to force you to do all those things. The thing is, available exercises you can put forth your own creativity and take it forward, right? So that is the main constraint. So go through every program and understand and take it forward with the basic requirements along with your creativity. So don't forget about that. Okay, so that's the thing. And the fourth one that you could be able to see, data structure. They have given, right? Here you what is the concept that you have to use? You have to use the concept called interface. Here they have mentioned clearly. As well as you have one more content what they have given. You have to work with the implementations. Exception handling in both the implementations. Provide necessary. They have mentioned the term. What is this? Both the implementation. What does it mean? Both the implementation. Provide necessary exception handling in both implementations. Implement this interface using array. Java interface for ADT stack. Okay. So what you are going to create for stack, you are going to rewrite. Already you have sufficient knowledge in the stack, right? Push and pop. These are all the basic operations. Apart from that, you have some list of operations are there. Is the stack empty? Is empty. There is a method. Is empty. Using that, I could be able to find out whether the stack is empty or not. That will return a boolean value. Okay. So likewise, I could be able to check for that the stack is full. That I could be able to compute with the same is empty function itself. Okay, I could be able to traverse the elements of the stack. So when I'm going to traverse, I will pop it out. Okay, so how I will do my insertion, how I will do deletion. That will be replaced with my push and pop operations. So all these operations has to be listed as methods in the corresponding interface. So you can customize the interface for each and every operation. So you should not use collections here. You have to use the basic array, one-dimensional array, right? Using one-dimensional array, you have to construct the stack. So what could be the stack? What could be the logic of stack? So logic will work upon. So it's like a jar. What you are going to drop it first, it will go and settle in the bottom. What you are going to drop it at the last, it will available in the first. So that could be the basic idea behind this. So it could be like a one-way array that you have to push it towards the corresponding end, what you are going to carry it out. Okay. So what you are going to pull it out, what you have inserted at the first position, that has to be available for you to come out. That's the pop operation, right? Push, that you could able to move forward towards the corresponding position, that what you are going to keep it as n, right? That could be the basic algorithm of stack that you can able to implement using array. Might be you have come across stack implementation using array in your data scientist lab. The same thing that you are going to repeat here with Java. But the thing is, you have to use the concept interface. In the interface, in the interface, what you are going to define, you are going to define the basic operations of stack. That's all. So while you are going to write a program, you have to implement that methods and you have to do it. So you have to generate the exceptions here. What is the exception you have to generate? Instead of putting a message, right? Instead of putting a message, stack full or stack empty, those things can be generated using exception handling. How? You could able to throw a exception, right? You could able to throw a exception, or you could able to generate throws new exception. Write a user defined exception. I think ma'am have taught you. Write a user defined exception. In the user defined exception, that you could able to write stack full. That could be the name of the class. Okay, stack full. So if the type, when you will meet that criteria, when the criteria is going to meet, by default it has to throw this exception. So the main logic has to give within the try block. So when we are going to meet the condition that corresponding stack is going to full, it need to throw the exception. Okay, so that one you could able to do it. Instead of printing normal error messages, try to print those messages using exception handling. That's all. That is the main thing, right? So that could be the idea for this. See, design this program in such a way that you can use it in any gaming applications. So likewise, you try to generate, right? That's what I want to suggest here. For example, yesterday we have talked about the snake and ladder game, right? So in the snake and ladder game, you could able to use this stack. How? The stack application can be used. Otherwise, if you are moving for quick shot, right? Quick shot. That's a basic. That's a very good, reliable, and less time complexity based algorithm for shorting the numbers. There you could be able to substitute this stack. So how can I take this data structure and use it in your application? In that way, you have to design. Right? So that could be the easy. See, I think you people are very good and familiar in Python. So if you want to use a package immediately using pip install, you use the package. The package will ready to accommodate with our program and it will start to execute. Likewise, your interface should be there, right? If I put implements and implements that stack operations, automatically the program will ready to work with my existing application. It should not ask anything more further. So in that way, you try to design the content. Wherever you need help, just talk to us, right? Just talk to us. We are here to help you and support you, right? when you do something over the basic requirements of the given program, if you have any doubts on that, just ask us. If you have any doubts with your basic requirements, no issues. Just ask to us. We are ready to help you, right? So we'll give you the directions. Already we have given you the complete demonstrations in all these concepts. The thing is, just to revise those videos, revise those lectures, substitute and use. That's it. That's enough. That will give you the complete stuff for you. Do not bend over on the internet on this. I'll tell you, all these programs will be available in internet. But the thing is, what's your originality? What you have learned, that has to be grasped only through your laboratory exercises only, right? That is the major case. See the fifth one, they have performed array list operation. This is, you have to use your collections, but what they have customized it for string operations, right? So using some set of strings that you could able to do this for doing all those things: append, insert, search, list all strings with a given letter, right? For all those things you have built-in methods, but the built-in methods still you have to learn. How many of you have remember the available array list methods? That's a very big question, right? So students, I'll be telling you, Wipro is ready to give chances for students who are ready to substitute the collections in proper places, right? Because tailored methods will give you the maximum code optimization. Tailored methods. That's the major case. Okay, tailored methods will give you maximum code optimization. That is the reason why campus recruiters are looking for students who are writing very good optimized code. Right? Everyone will write code, right? That's not the matter. Who is writing optimized code? So in that case, why I am talking about optimization? No need to substitute extra memory during computation. That is the main thing. Because built-in codes means already they have occupied memory in the space. So no need of any extra memory could be occupied by the corresponding uh, thing. Okay, so that's the major thing that you have to understand here and take it forward. Okay, so that could be the case. And after this, I think I have given you the thing. And the sixth one is very easy. I think we have demonstrated this during our lecture itself. I think polymorphism. I think Shamini ma'am have given this program as a orientation for you in the class itself. I think so. It's a very easy one to simulate your corresponding content. That here you have to use your inheritance along with the polymorphism, right? So here you have to substitute the polymorphism for I think you have to move for a shape that contains two integers. See that you need to print the name area, the same thing. Provide three classes named rectangle, triangle. That is the shape. Each one of the class should have the print area method. This is nothing but simple function overloading that has to be done using abstract class. That is the basic thing. So you know the difference between interface and abstract class here. Level of abstraction is going to vary. That's the main thing. Okay. So this also a complete demonstration has been given. Even I have taken a session on this, right? So that you could able to remember and do it very easily. See, this is a freelance program. Seventh program is a freelance program that you could able to do it in a very easy fashion. They have given you general user defined handling. Every one of you can write your own program. For example, for voting eligibility, you can write your own program. In the stack, if the stack is going to full or empty, you can write your own program, right? Any user defined exception handling mechanism that you could be able to give. For example, I have to receive a input as a number only, not a text. I should not receive any string inputs. So in that case, you can write a exception here, right? So likewise, user defined exception handling. They have given a freelance program here. Try to adapt with the application and write. Okay, try to adapt with the application and write. Don't write any general program. Okay, so voting eligibility calculation. For that, I am going to attach a user defined exception handling. So in that case, if the voter's age is less than this, they could not be able to vote. So in that case, how I could be able to incorporate my exception handling, right? So likewise, try to incorporate the corresponding application and try to write this program. Okay, so I don't want to rush up all the programs today. I think up to program number 7 I have. Still, even next Saturday also we will discuss again. But before that, before closing that, I want to convey you that, see that what I have blogged, develop a mini project. Already mini project title has been given towards you. Put forth your maximum effort. What are all the OOPS concepts that are available that you could be able to use and generate and come with a very good project. Already 4 to 5 students have submitted project to me. I have seen them. Okay, so rest of them, to try to do that, do not copy from internet. What you know, right, about the title, try to do this as a simple project and submit it. No issues, right? No one will criticize you. What is your capability? That will be measured. That's all. Not more than that. See, this guy have been like something like wonders. You did like this. No one will compare and criticize you. What is your capability to implement this? That can be measured. That's all. Not more than that, and it will not be exhibited. The best project will be announced, right? See how they have did, what is the methodology they have followed, how they have written the routines. So likewise, those things will be discussed in the open forum. If you have not did, if the consulting you have not did a maximum extent, in that case you will not be criticized. See who have did well, just you can approach them. See, I have also learned in the same class. You have did in a maximum way, but I could able to done with a minimum way, and I could not able to take it forward in the proper some more enhanced possibilities, how you can discuss with your peer group. Peer group learning will give you something more while you are going to do the programming, instead of copying or doing malpracticing the existing code. If you go for a peer group learning, they will give you some more additional inputs. That inputs can be incorporated. You can seek them their help, that how they are doing this, adapt their methodology, right? But do not copy the code. That is the main thing that I want to convey here. So that's the idea, students. I'll be suggesting you to take it forward, and the corresponding contents is, I think, rest of the thing that we will discuss in the next lab session. So till now, you have 7 programs. Okay, 1 to 7 programs. Okay, 1 to 7 programs. Mini project you can run parallelly, no issues. Mini project you can run parallelly. Mini project we will evaluate starting once. Now I am going to tell you the procedure again, because some of the students again yesterday texted me that, sir, kindly repeat the procedure again, sir. So I think this is the place again that I could able to receive the procedures, right? So what are all the things that you need to write it in the observation, right? So that I could able to mention here, because some of them have even that variation over on the, even I have not received any SMS or any WhatsApp messages from students. So no one have did the exercise. No issues. I think you will be busy in your regular classes. No issues. But here onwards, start doing it in daily fashion. Do not wait for our instruction. So what are the things that you have to write? So first one is purchase observation note. Okay, observation note. Okay, so you have that index page. So in the index page, what all the contents need to be there? Already you have some predefined index page will be there, right? So customize it for exercise number, date, title, marks, initial. So here you can go for after title, you can go for page number. Okay, so these are all the things to be available in the index page. Customize this. Next, what you have to do, in the left side, what are all the things you have to write in the observation? You have to draw the flow chart, right? Use pencil and a black pen to write the contents, and input output. These are all the things that you have to write it in the left side. In the right side, what you have to do, right side, you have to write the aim, program, result. No need of writing algorithm, right? Because the thing is, you are drawing the flow chart. Flow chart is a very good representation of algorithm, right? That's the thing. Even if you want to generate the flow chart, you have the tool called Flowgorithm, right? That's available. Raptor. So many interesting tools are available. Using that, you can generate the your your corresponding this flow chart through the tools also. That is also most welcome, right? Since we are running with the blended learning, it's your creativity, right? So these are all things to be available in the observation. Okay, pertaining to record, what you have to do. So after completing this, what you have to do? Just you scan this and convert to PDF. Save the PDF as. So you have to save. What is your register number? Assume that 2019 our batch 19. Assume that I'm using. So any one of you convey your register number, if you don't mind. Open the mic and convey 2019. 01 0107. I think this could be your roll number, right? Okay, no issues. No issues. Okay, leave it, no issues. So here you have to, what you have to do, in this place you have to put your register number, right? Underscore exercise number, assume that exercise number 1. If it is observation, underscore O. Okay. So through that we could able to understand your that this is the exercise from this person. Okay. This is the way for this is for observation. Regarding your record, what you have to do once you have completed this record, what you have to do, you have to do the same thing, that is 3 and 4 in the observation section. What you did, the same thing you have to do it in the MS Word. Okay? MS Word. So here 3 and 4. So you can use any tools like Flogorithm, right, to generate the your flowchart automatically, or you can use MS Word also, right? I think you can use, try these tools. Till now we have not come across all those things, right? Try these tools to generate your flowchart, right? So you can use tools and generate the flowchart, and type the sorry, you have to put the screenshots of IO, input output. Okay, those things you have to give here. So in the right side you have to type your name, program, and the result. Okay. So this is the thing that you have to do it for your record. So after completing this, so those things you do it in MS Word, and so after doing this, what you have to do, the same procedure. So scan, and so I'm taking 5 more minutes. Don't mistake me. So here the same thing, scan and convert to PDF, save the PDF, register number. Here in the place of O, save it as R. That could be your record. Okay, there is no need to scan, I think so. Just to convert to PDF. Sorry, because already MS Word you are having plugin available to convert into PDF. So convert to PDF, save the PDF as register number. So where you need to upload this. So that is the main case, right? Where you have to upload. So all of you have your repository, right? GitHub. So in the GitHub, in your GitHub, just you go and create CS8383. This is your code. So 8383. So within this code, you create a repository in this name. Okay, repository is nothing but a folder. Within this folder, whenever you are going to complete this process physically, store it inside the corresponding repository, right? Teachers, already we have shared you the list of GitHub links. So that we will go and see, and we will, because for every exercises, we have to put marks for you. So we will block marks. Who have not done the exercises, we will update through WhatsApp group, right? So don't make us to give complete your following updations, right? So how we are collecting for your assignments. These are students not did, these are students not did. Don't make us to do like that. Have fun, learn, and do the exercise in a peaceful way, right? So that's what we are expecting you. Still, if you have any clarifications, just you can raise me. By 9:50 we will close. Still 2 more minutes are there. Actual class timing is 9 to 9:45. Still, we will take 2 more minutes to close. If you have any clarifications to be raised, kindly you can ask us. Yes, any clarifications? Just students, you can open up your mic and ask. No issues, because this is the place that you have to raise queries. Like class committee meeting, people are being quite all the ways. The ultimate thing is, do not copy, right? Do not give your code also. Put forth your creativity, because in campus interviews, they will be checking that originality, that what you are doing. Nowadays, the incorporation tools also coming with the plagiarism check. So avoid malpracticing or copying the code. What you know, what is your capability, exhibit it. That's enough. That's the major case that I want to stress it here, right? Any other clarifications? Yes. So if no clarifications, then I think you can take it forward. We are expecting you to start posting your first exercise by Monday, right? You're having the slab to relax. Don't convey some reasons like, sir, we are having exam and other thing. No, not like that. On daily basis, try to do one exercise. While we are coming for a next week, I want to convey that this many number of students have completed this many number of exercises. Likewise, I have to convey, right? So thank you and take it forward. Have a nice day.